Hey, badass business owners. Today we're going to talk about reducing your costs and increasing your profits. The number one goal you have in your business is to constantly increase those profits. But how do you increase profits without increasing your sales? Well, that is what we're going to be talking about. All right, the first thing we have to do is remember our number one calculation. Sales minus cost of goods minus expenses equals profit. This is the core of everything that you do in order to go from what you take in to what you get to put in your pocket. Now, let's take an example of a month. Let's say you do $15,000 in sales. Your cost of goods, your COGS, are $8,000 that month. Your expenses run $5,000 that month. That leaves you with a profit of $2,000. But let's just say that's not good enough and you want to figure out how you can get that up to $3,000 but without changing your sales. How are you going to be able to do that? Well, you've only got two places you can go to in our calculation: your cost of goods sold and your expenses. That's how you're going to come up with that $1,000. That's where you need to dive into to be able to increase those profits. Let's take a look at a couple of different examples. On your cost of goods, do you end up buying stuff 2 to 3 times? Maybe it's due to errors, maybe because you buy the wrong thing and you have to run back and forth, and then you just chuck it into the garage or in the back of the truck or something like that. Well, if you did that just once a week on a $10 item, that's 52 weeks a year. That's $520 in profits you're throwing away. And the odds are you're probably doing it more than that, but that's just through one little example. Another item is look at your suppliers. Is there a better way to buy something? Let's just say you do something that maybe it's fencing with a lot of different boards or a lot of little bricks or whatever the case may be. Can you do something, even something as small as 50 cents less can add up. 50 cents on 1,000 pieces of something is $500 in profits you're throwing away, but you can increase your profits if you just find a better supplier where you can get a little bit cheaper. Even 25 cents is $250 more in your pockets. It all adds up, folks. Now, if we look at your expenses, is there a monthly charge that you left unchecked that you've been paying and you don't even realize you've been paying it? It's $30 a month. Well, guess that's $360 a year you are just throwing away because you just let it go on there. I know we're all guilty of this. By the way, when people do this as an exercise, typically they find themselves $300 to $500 just by cleaning up some miscellaneous junk. Are you running all over town back and forth? Maybe you go to a large area. Well, guess what? That adds up big time. Even just one tank of gas a week could end up being $2,800 to your bottom line. And that doesn't even include the monthly wear and tear on your vehicle. I tell people all the time, stay within your 5-mile radius. There's plenty of business within that 5 to 10 miles. The other thing is look at the way that you plan out your day. Are you going back and forth across town? You got one job on one end of town, the next job's the other end of town, and then you go back to the other end of town, just wasting gas left and right. It all adds up, folks. That's the biggest thing you got to keep in mind. Since everything adds up, you need to run lean and mean in your business. You need to make sure that you're finding all those little dollars here and there in both your cost of goods and your expenses, because every little dollar that you find can add up to $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. You'll be amazed at how much money you can add to the bottom line profitability in your business by just focusing on these two categories of what you're already doing. You don't have to increase your sales. Before you go looking for more jobs to add to your plate, just try cleaning your house up first. That's where you want to start. When you're on your way to making that $100,000 that I'm always talking about, the first thing you got to do is look at what you're doing now. Where's the money bleeding out of your business today? Clean that puppy up and you're going to find that your profits are going to go up before you ever took on another job. So it's your turn now. Get out there, go grab your P&L, go look at your costs, go find yourself some money and get out there. And by the way, if you like what you see, don't forget to hit subscribe, smash that like button, and don't ever miss out on any of the videos. And if you want to learn more about your business numbers, check out the Know Your Business Numbers course. There's a link in the show notes down below. Now get out there and be the badass that I know you are.